I've got all sorts of topics to talk about today.
Fantastic.
Do you want to start with the most important or the least important?
You got to start the news with the headlines, so you got to go most important.
All right. 2 trailers were released over the past week.
What were those trailers for, Phil?
Star Wars Episode VII, otherwise known as Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens, and Jurassic World.
Now, I deliberately didn't watch either of these, so I knew you were going to bring up at least one of them.
Yeah, well, I brought up both, so...
So I thought I would watch them right now,
yeah, go
for
on.
the first time ever, and I'll give you my little rundown if you like.
Well, which one do you want to watch first?
Well, the nearest tab is Star Wars VII.
I like how you consider some tabs to be closest to you and some further away.
Well, some are right.
That's the epitome of like only exerting the amount of effort that you absolutely need to.
Some of them are right on the right hand side, and I'm not moving my mouse all the way over to click them.
No, it's too far.
Let's get into the meat and potatoes, the cock and balls of the podcast, and let me put this on. It's only 90 seconds.
The Star Wars one.
Yeah. So it shouldn't take me too long to just power through it.
All right.
I'll probably just do a great job here. Right, you ready for this?
I'll sit patiently.
I'm going to put the volume.
You're going to enjoy it. You're going to get the horn.
I'm going to put the vol on max.
Right.
Because it deserves it. Right. It's on. Black screen. Exciting times. We're 12 seconds. Oh, we're panning across a sandy desert.
Have you felt it?
Have I felt it? Ooh. Oh. Unknown black guy. Why is he wearing a storm? He looked like he was wearing a stormtrooper outfit.
Yeah, I'm not sure why.
Oh. Their uniforms look a bit fancier.
Streamlined.
Yeah, streamlined, more aerodynamic.
Yeah.
And these pods are much better than the ones that they did pod racing in when I was like 7.
The dark side.
Hello? What's going on with that lightsaber?
And the light.
That had like 3 different points. Millennium Falcon. It's going upside down. Oh no, that's just the camera. What that cleverly did is gave away absolutely zero plot.
Well, it was a teaser, wasn't it? But I imagine what's going to happen. I would have thought that John Boyega, the black guy at the start, is some sort of defecting stormtrooper who doesn't want to be a stormtrooper anymore.
Because he did look sweaty.
Yeah, that's what you get from... Whenever someone defects, what's the first thing they do? When you defect, you sweat. Yeah.
You run away in the uniform you've defected in and look sweaty.
Yeah. But always, what's the first thing you do? Always take the helmet off.
Helmet off to reveal you're no longer part of the evil. I predict that
he's on because you don't want to scare anyone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I predict that he's going to run into somebody in that little uniform he's got going on, and they're going to be like, "Hang on a second, you're a baddie," and then he's going to be like, "No, can't you notice this sweat?" Okay.
yeah.
I've been running a lot. And not a defector. Oh, I am a defector. I'm not a stormtrooper.
Yeah, because as I say, when you defect, you sweat.
You sweat.
So, thank you.
Also, I'm not sure about the practicality of that lightsaber.
What do you think about it? That's been received with mixed reception.
What have people been saying?
Some people have been saying, "Oh, that's really cool," and then some people have been saying, "Oh, that's really stupid." That's basically the long and short of it.
It looks a bit crucifixy.
That's exactly what I thought. I thought I was crazy for saying that.
It looks a bit like a crucifix.
Yes.
Upside down crucifix as well.
Exactly. This is exactly me and you. We know what Star Wars is about. It's about the Antichrist.
It is. Yeah. Satan. He works in mysterious ways, doesn't he?
Yeah. This is exactly what I thought when I saw it. I was like, "Oh, there's an upside down crucifix for you." But people are saying that it's just a cross guard, like on swords.
To protect the hand.
I suppose so.
But surely it'll just burn into your hand. It'll chop your hand off.
Yeah. It might do. Especially if you sort of twirl it around like they did in the prequel movies.
It's interesting. It is interesting. How many of these are they going to do? Because it's still, a year and a bit until this film comes out?
It's about a year away, yeah, December 2015, so about a year. They're going to do 3, but I think they're going to do some spin-off films as well. Like a Boba Fett film.
Well, the guy from Studio B, not the guy from Studio B, but the guy from the hometown of Studio B, who did Godzilla, he's going to do one of them, isn't he?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Forbidden Zone.
What is that guy's name?
I don't know. Steve, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, the guy who used to write for EastEnders.
Yes, he did.
Yeah. I've always thought we come from greatness. He comes from the same town that we come from. So TLDR and one of the new Star Wars films, both from the same town.
We basically work hand in hand together.
I mean, essentially, yeah.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, so good job, us. Pat yourself on the back.
Interestingly, I read as well, I saw Kevin Smith put it on Instagram, that people went to the cinema purely to watch that 90 seconds of footage.
Yeah. Loads of people did, I think.
Now, was it released in the cinema just for that 90 seconds, or was it just an advert tacked on the front of the film?
Yeah, it was before The Hobbit or something like that, I'm not sure. It was before a film, yeah. I'm not sure exactly what film.
So how many people bought tickets to a film
I would have thought loads.
Just to see that teaser?
But someone's gone even further. You know that little droid rolling around on the football?
Yeah.
Someone's got that tattooed on their leg.
Already?
Yeah.
Wow.
No one knows anything about it. And someone's got it tattooed on their leg.
That's commitment.
Crazy.
Well, I mean, it excites me, but not in the way I imagine it would if I'd watched all of them as they came out in the cinema, if I had some kind of emotional connection to it.
Yeah. I'm a huge Star Wars fan, so I'm really excited about it. And I'm just going to, when it comes out, I'm just going to, on my review website, TFCPodcast.com, I'm probably just going to give it a 9.0 out of 10.0, no matter what it is, like, even if it's terrible. I might do it now. I might write the review now. Yeah.
No, it's good.
Really good film, good lightsabers.
It's likely to be very, very good. I'm hoping it's quite gritty and dark.
Yeah. Well, did you see the bit with the X-Wings flying over the water?
Yeah.
That looks pretty... It looked a little bit less shiny than the prequel films. It looked a little bit dirty, which I like. You know I like that.
Yeah, you love griminess.
Yeah. I love grime.
But it's
I'm hoping that John Williams has made a grime soundtrack.
It's just like Skepta.
Yeah.
That would completely ruin the film.
Well, admittedly it would,
The film could be literally the best film of all time if you had Skepta playing over the top of it. It would be the worst thing of all time.
It probably would, yeah. It would completely ruin it, but, still quite excited. So, yeah, Star Wars 7, we're in a new age now.
It's probably going to take more money than any film ever.
Well, do you reckon it's going to take more money than Jurassic World?
Yes. Yeah, probably.
Because a little segue there. So.
I like it. I'm impressed. Jurassic Park, the first film, is renowned for being incredible.
That's true.
The second and third film, less so. It's not like Star Wars where you had a whole series of great films that people bought into. Nobody tells you Jurassic World 3 is incredible. Jurassic Park it's great. I loved it.
The thing you have to understand about the Star Wars fandom, like the people who like Star Wars, is that it's almost like mainstream popular to really hate the prequel movies. Like, Phantom Menace, the ones that came out when we were kids.
Yeah.
It's like really the thing to do to hate those. Like, you're supposed to hate them. Not me, because I'm a non-conformist type guy, I'm an anarchist. I actually did it.
Surely they were just made.
That's right.
Hello.
Yeah.
Pure sugar.
Yeah. Mentos.
Surely those films were just made for a slightly different generation, or to hook a slightly different generation in.
Yeah, that's what I agree with you, but
And surely this will do that again.
Yeah, I mean...
And it'll continue indefinitely until cinema doesn't exist anymore because mankind has, ceased to exist.
Yeah, because of global warming.
Because they could do this forever, surely.
I feel like... Well, I don't want to get all pessimistic, but I think, let's say, a rough estimate, the world is going to end in like 15, 30 years, somewhere between those two.
Let's say 16 years.
16 years, the very middle of 15 and 30. So, in that time, I think that as far as cinema goes, all we're really going to do is release new versions of old films. And that's alright, whatever. Doesn't matter, we're all going to die in a minute, so...
Yeah, people get annoyed about that, but I don't really give a shit.
What, death?
No, the fact that, you're just remaking an old film. Yeah, but we've got so much more money and technological advances we can put this film into, so let's do it.
Yeah. I mean, that's one of the things that I wanted to talk about, because these two trailers, Jurassic World and Star Wars, they're both like huge franchises from the past that are being resurrected. And like, you can be all cynical about it, and I'm sure there is some reason to be cynical about it, but they do look really good, so...
Yeah, it looks great. And that's the point of films these days. They look good. We live in a very instantaneous ADHD generation, so you're going to have to keep being grabbed. I don't want to see, Han Solo just wandering about chatting for 10 minutes, because I'm just going to get bored, regardless of whether...
I see something bright and colourful.
Yeah, exactly.
Flash between scenes, and then the film just ends.
Especially for such a big franchise as this. You can make independent movies that have little to no story, and the people who want that kind of cinema will go and see it. But this is much, much bigger than that. I imagine will be, like I said, the biggest film of all time. And I imagine the budget.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's going to be like the biggest film of all time as well.
And I imagine
it's going to beat Avatar. That's what it's got to beat, hasn't it? So
yeah, I think so. I imagine the budget will be up there with the highest budgets of all time.
I wonder what the budget is. I might give it a Google, see if we know.
Around 175 to 200 million pounds.
Is that your guess?
Yes.
200 million, apparently.
Well, there you go.
There you go, yeah.
I think the highest ever budget for a film is one of the Pirates of the Caribbean films.
No way. Which one, do you know?
No. I've only ever seen the first one. But it was like 300 million.
Fucking hell.
The animated film Tangled, which I've never seen, and is meant to be alright, but not great.
I like Tangled. It's pretty good.
But it's like 280 million, I think they spent on that.
What?
For an animation?
How? That's insane. Where did that money go? It's not even an original story.
280 million pounds.
Avatar was 237 million, apparently. So, it's less expensive than Avatar. So, I don't know.
It'll make, what did Avatar make? About £1 billion?
Oh, I'm not sure. Let's have a look. Avatar gross. 2.8 billion.
Jesus Christ, 2.8 billion.
Yeah, that'll sink some countries.
That's insane.
Yeah. Jesus. Do you want to move on to Jurassic World? Jurassic Park, by the way, 15th highest grossing film ever, with $1 billion. $1
billion? Fucking hell.
Yeah. Just below that is Star Wars Episode 1, which was the highest grossing Star Wars film ever. And the 16th highest grossing film ever. So there you go.
This will easily make over $1 billion. Easily.
I agree, yeah. Definitely.
People are paying to see 90 seconds of footage in a cinema. They're going to go again and again and again and again and again to see it.
Do you reckon it'll break 3 billion?
No.
Do you not think?
No. I'm saying no, just because that's the first word that came into my head. I have no reason to say yes. Yeah, go on then.
I'll bet you 3 billion.
I bet you £3 billion it won't make over 3 billion.
Yeah, alright. I bet you 3 billion it will. Done.
A shake. That's been shook.
Yeah, I did shake. I did.
Me too. My fingers weren't even crossed or nothing.
Nah, mine neither. I'll just delete this if I lose. So that's alright.
Just set the whole internet on fire. You can do that, can't you?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
That's what we do every week when we podcast. Come on!
Burn. Right.
Yes.
Jurassic World.
Alright, have you got it all ready?
Your time is now. This is 2.4. 2 minutes, 40 seconds. Right.
Okay.
Ready, steady, Freddy.
I'm really proud of you for going on this trip.
Oh, little boy, he's wearing his hood up, so he's probably a baddie.
Yeah, it's probably a thug.
Oh, there's that guy that was in the office for a while. Oh, that's a nice boat. Oh, so they're going on the boat. Right, okay.
Oh no. That could only go badly.
Bad idea. Oh, that's a fancy entrance. Jesus. Better than Alton Towers, isn't it?
I've never been to Alton Towers.
Everyone's wearing hats. Great.
I bet you're going to be able to buy those hats at some point.
Wow, you can canoe down. Wow, that ball is cool. Just roll around next to dinosaurs on. This is very futuristic. I'm liking this. Oh, hang on. Whoa. Oh, that's like SeaWorld. But with dinosaurs and sharks.
We have learned more in the past decade from genetics than a century
Well.
digging up bones. A whole new frontier has opened.
I bet it's going to go wrong. You sound very confident now in the trailer, but when the film comes out...
Yeah.
Oh, Chris Pratt, he gets more and more handsome in every film I see him in.
I know, yeah, what's going on there?
Remember the first season of Parks and Rec when he was just a bit fat?
That's because he didn't have quite as much money then. Now he's got loads of money.
He stopped drinking beer for like 6 months and like got absolutely shredded.
Yeah. He probably also did like steroids.
Well, he's looking very serious.
Oh, there's dinosaurs, isn't there?
Is this going to be serious or is it going to be slightly comedic? Because I don't think I've ever seen him in a completely straight role.
I imagine he's going to be like, you know,
running. The little kid that Judy Greer put on the boat is now looking a bit nervous.
Who is Judy Greer?
You'd know her if you saw her. She's one of those names and faces.
I'm going to quickly Google her.
June the 12th, that comes out quite soon.
Oh, I know Judy Greer. Yeah, that's like half a year away.
Yeah, that'll go in like a second.
Yeah.
That looks good. I look forward to that.
Yeah, it doesn't look bad, does it?
But the thing is, like all of these things, there's very few films that I get so excited about by a trailer that I actually want to go and pay money to see in the cinema.
Yeah.
It's like I
rarely pay money to see films in the cinema.
I saw the Godzilla trailer, I was like, that looks fucking awesome. Never seen it.
Yeah, I've never seen it. I thought the same thing as well when the trailer came out. It looked really good, but
is Jeff Goldblum going to be in this film?
I don't think so. I wonder if they asked him to be in it. Because if you're Jeff Goldblum now, what are you doing really? If someone says, do you want to be in the first good Jurassic Park film since Jurassic Park? You go, yeah.
Yeah, go on then, yeah.
Yeah. What's that? Loads of money? Yes, please.
But the premise seems, you know, interesting enough. It's just basically a premise for them to do Jurassic Park all over again, and I'm totally fine with that.
I gather the premise is that this time the park is open and it's like it works really well. Because on the first Jurassic Park movie, the park hadn't opened yet.
Yeah.
And it's just like they were just touring around, and then, oh no, we didn't really think this through. And then it just went wrong really predictably.
I liked the sort of SeaWorld-esque thing.
Yeah, with that huge shark thing.
It was a bit like Blackfish. Have you ever seen Blackfish?
I've not seen Blackfish, no.
Oh, good.
Do you think they've done that on purpose? Do you reckon they're alluding to... Because people are starting to become conscious of the fact that SeaWorld and stuff like that is sort of a bit immoral.
Yeah, probably. I think there's going to be some messages of, you know, these are genetically modified dinosaurs, basically, that we feed great white sharks so you can take pictures for Instagram.
Yeah.
That's basically what this is for.
Yeah.
And so, of course...
before Instagram existed, what was the point of SeaWorld?
What was the point of SeaWorld?
It was just cruel for no reason. Now it's cruel for a great reason. Likes.
It is amazing that people go to these things and will look at it through a screen, if that makes sense.
Like taking pictures of it.
You go and see an amazing moment and you'll live it through your phone because you're just taking pictures, you're taking like videos, Snapchatting.
Yeah. Well, some people do take it really far where they literally are watching the video that they're recording. But I don't think there's anything wrong with like taking one or two pictures. Like, if I went to Jurassic World, if I paid, I would have thought it would cost thousands and thousands of dollars to go to Jurassic World, because it's like a theme park of dinosaurs. They can charge whatever they want.
Yeah, exactly.
So if I went there, I'd want to take a few photos, put it on Instagram, and say, suck my dick. Look how much money I've got.
Yeah, that's true. Well, basically, the premise is interesting. I like the fact that the woman was all in white. It reminded me of Watch This Space, David Attenborough's dead brother, Richard Attenborough.
Richard Attenborough, yeah. And then Jeff Goldblum wore black, didn't he?
Yeah. I do like the look of it. I do.
Yeah.
Super Dino
Chris
Escape.
Pratt's motorcycle.
Chris Pratt in that trailer didn't really do a lot for me. He just seemed to stare off screen, just staring at the wall.
You don't like the off-screen stare?
I mean, it might be good if he only does it that many times in the entire film.
I'm a big fan of the off-screen stare myself. I like it a lot.
Seems a bit campy.
Yeah, but you know,
a bit hammy.
Yeah, but all right.
Is that what we want? If that's what we want, then great.
Imagine this, though. Imagine this. You and I, we're just walking down the street, and then I stare at something off screen, and I'm like, whoa, whoa. How does that make you feel? Pretty excited to see what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
So
that is exciting.
See? Yeah. Film School 101, my friend.
See, I've not been to the
Dates going on about the first Jurassic Park, how Steven Spielberg was a master of the off-screen stare. Like, I remember people actually pointing that out and saying, oh, look at Sam Neill staring off into the distance.
Really?
Yeah. Sam Neill, another person who should have asked to be in this film, because where's he gone?
Yeah, he's not done anything, really.
Yeah. He was in, like, one of the highest-grossing films ever, and then sort of disappeared.
It's interesting. I do like the look of it. Whether I'll go and give it a watch, I don't know.
I think I probably will go and see Jurassic Park. I'll definitely go and see Star Wars in the cinema. But I'm not sold on any other movie ever.
But I've said this before. I've sat there and gone, I'm definitely going to see that. And then just never bothered.
Yeah.
Well, I imagine it'll be one of those things everyone will go and see the Star Wars and they'll either like it or they'll hate it or they'll moan about it or they'll love it. But most people will probably go and see it.
Yeah. It'll be a real cultural phenomenon, I would have thought.
Yeah.
It is, isn't it? That's what Star Wars is.
I imagine people will be queuing for days and days and days. Especially here in London.
Oh, God, yeah. Fucking hell. Not in my locale, my friend.
No, not at the Sunny Nunny Odeon.
Yeah. You know, I think the last film I went to see in the Odeon was the re-release of Star Wars Phantom Menace. I went to see it with Waggy in 3D.
Really?
Yeah, and we were the only two people in the cinema apart from this couple who were like in their 30s and just clearly on a day out and just sat right in front of us. That's quite annoying, but you know. That was in 3D and it didn't blow my mind. And then they announced Star Wars 7. And I was like, oh, I've been duped. So,
I'll go and see it with you. Let's go watch it. Fuck it.
Yeah, all right.
I'm not doing anything else in December 2015.
We'll both bring our $3 bills.
We will, bro. We'll both out.
We'll both go, and we'll both bring our $3 billion.
Yeah, doll.
And whoever loses the bet, whoever wins the bet, walks away with $6 billion.
That's a good double your money bet. I like it.
And then we can share that amongst the network, so we get $3 billion each.
Yeah, that'd be good.
That's a good plan, isn't it?
That's win-win all round.
Yeah. Oh, I've done well there. I'm going to write this down. $3 billion.